The book I'm reading is called Boy Culture by Matthew Rettenmund. Introduction, now. Why are gay guys obsessed with storytelling? Why do they ruin all sense of romance by asking, on the first date, what was your first time like? What was your best time like? What was your last time like? Why do they care? The men I slept with used to ask me all of the above and more, sometimes requiring me to tell stories about sex while we were actually having sex. I think that they were still hungry for talk about being gay from all those pent-up years as kids. As children, they spent their existences craning their necks and opening their ears for absolutely any reference to the thing that compelled them to watch the man next door mow the lawn. Without his shirt. Sweating. When they started sleeping with other men, or with the man next door, they were so excited to get more information on the subject that it became a fetish. Something they would require from every man they'd ever meet. Of course, I'm no better. I may lack the sort of dating experience of the average gay man, but I'm observant enough to know that these things go on, and that I've been deprived of my chance to ask questions and tell stories. So, now that I've got your ear, I'm going to tell you the story I've always wanted to tell, along with any other small tale that comes up along the way. I'm venting. Let's get a few things straight right off the bat. This story, my story, is a confession. Lucky for you, confessions are the hottest of all stories. Ask any priest. And considering the sexualities of most of the principal players in my story, the priest reference is doubly appropriate. I'm not Catholic, but from what I understand, confessions can also be painful. After all, the guy confessing is telling a story he feels he has to tell, just to get over it. If that's true, then this confession is no exception. There is not necessarily a moral in a confession. In fact, people confess precisely because they know their behavior is in conflict with some understood moral. So, you won't be finding any obnoxious lessons at the end of this story. Instead, you can deconstruct the story and figure out what, if any, lessons there are to be learned. Or, you can flip to the dirty parts and jerk off. Be my guest. I'd probably do the latter if I were you. And lastly, confessions are anonymous. You won't catch me breaking any of the rules of the genre. Call me X.